Welcome to the High-Tech Investments News Report for Week 40. The news report covers some of the many investments projects High-Tech Investments is currently involved in so you can follow our progress. We hope you will enjoy this news feed and look forward to your comments and remarks.
Hi, Bo here, and welcome back to this week's news report that has plenty of great opportunities against this week. So Yieldnodes has a 3-year birthday, and with that comes also an opportunity to get in with Yieldnodes, not for 500 euros, but actually all the way down to 100 euros. Excellent opportunity only for this particular month. We're going to have a look at our portfolio of EA profit retriever robots that has done about $92,000 in 200 days. And on top of this, Expert Forex is also offering a free trading course this week. You don't even have to be a member of the premium forum. All free forum members can actually go in and join this one too. So let's get started. Let's see exactly what all the news is all about this week. The first one, obviously, happy birthday to Yieldnodes. They are 3 years old now. So this is still a new platform. But when it comes into crypto, we have seen a lot of platforms recently here crash, burn, never to return. Yieldnodes is very stable, and they have been very stable for a long time. If we have a look at the results for September, then you'll see that we got 5.3%, which is absolutely great. But on the other hand, it is also very low. The lowest we ever had was 5.2%. And that was all the way back in March 2020. And if everybody remembers what happened there, it was actually when COVID-19 was declared a pandemic and everything went haywire. Since then, we have still had some good results, but 5.3% is obviously low. If we have a look at the profit chart here, you can also see again on the light blue one that we are in the bottom of 2022, all the points here. But then again, we are happy with what we have seen, and obviously we hope that Yieldnodes will do even better in the future. Last week we mentioned that the app was out, at least for the Google Play at the moment, and we understand now that the iOS version will be released later this month, and fingers crossed for that. Make sure that when you want to download the app, that you go to the Yieldnodes place to make sure that you have the right link. There is plenty of scammers out there, so there's no need to take any chances with your money. As we mentioned in the beginning of the video here also, so there is an opportunity here to get in for our October promotion. Lower minimum deposit at the moment is now 100 euros. So you have a chance to get in and see what Yieldnodes is all about. On top of this, there's also a SAPP bonus that has been running previously, and that has now been extended. So if you want to deposit into Yieldnodes with SAPP, you have a discount of 7%. So excellent opportunity to make an extra buck or two. If we have a look at the shared masternoding after everything that has happened, we can see that the SAPP or Sapphire coin here has a return on investment, continues to drop a bit, about 4.5%. But overall shared masternoding is still going quite well, up at 87%. So we are getting to the double up on the shared masternoding very soon, at least before the end of the year. Overall coin development is also very positive at the moment, and we're up at 486%. Basically means that we have done 25% in the last week. If we have a look at the graph, we can see that everything went quite well just the day before we were shooting this video. So basically midweek, everything was looking quite fine. And Thursday we had a bit of a retracement again, so a bit of a drop. But overall, it looks like it's on the move forward. Obviously, we will have to see in the weeks to come. PNY is also interesting because it has been in a free fall. Last week we mentioned here also that it looks like that might have stopped, at least temporarily. Having a look at the return on the investment per year is pretty much stable, so within the 1% mark. And the shared masternoding is definitely down. If you remember, back then when we started with PNY, there was about 20% per week. And then we had a huge drop. So a couple of months back when all the crypto winter hit, it went down to about 14% per week, and this week we're at about 10%. Overall coin development, well, it hasn't really moved much. It is very close to the all-time low, but minus 96% at the moment, which is obviously not very good. And if we have a look at the graph, we can also see that there is a slight correction in the positive direction, but there's a long way to get back up where we used to be. If we do that, obviously we will see some huge gains, and fingers crossed. Let's see if that can be done in the weeks, months, and even maybe a year to come before we will see the same all-time highs again. Birake is also here this week, and Birake was looking quite strong. We can see that the return on the investment per year has dropped just a couple of percent, so from 118 last week down to 116. Shared masternoding is still going well. We have about 3.5%, so that is okay. That is what we have been used to now with beer. Overall coin development, unfortunately, is a bit down. So, but not by much. We are used to seeing this now when we go to the graph, that we'll see there's a lot of ups and downs along the way. So you have to look at the bigger picture over a long period of time. Bitcoin versus USDT, so has also been in a bit of a development. Last week we left it at around the $19,000 mark. It has been trading sideways over the weekend, and since then it has slowly but surely gone up, and we will now see if it's going to break out of the 21,000 mark and continue up, or we're going to go back down again into the 18 or 19,000. Elevate Pass profit for week 40, well, it's still zero. We still expect it, as we mentioned quite a few times now, to be zero for a while. There is still an opportunity, obviously, to go in with Elevate Pass and get plenty of things out of it. So you have the crypto trading courses that you can sell, and you can also benefit up to 40% for that. On top of this, if you have already invested with Elevate Pass and waiting for certain money to come back, you can actually use that advertising money in there still on the CoinFriend portal, and you can promote your different opportunities that you have within the crypto space. Another one that we have gone in heavily with here is the Trillant platform, because there was end of the pre-launch, end of September here, where you could go in and buy the coins at 5 cents. Now, after this particular time, it is now 10, which means you basically doubled your money in no time. And at the same time as we are now done with the pre-launch, the Trillant platform has also uploaded the new white paper. So you can go and find that both on the platform itself and on our homepage if you want to know more about the Trillant and what is actually to come. A lot of things are coming now here in Q4. It's going to be a very, very interesting quarter to see, especially the Toronto, the shopping, everything is there, and then obviously the development of the coin on top of this. So even though you didn't get in on the coin offer back then, there's still a great opportunity, obviously, to make some money, and you can stake the Trillant tokens here. So for 4, 9, 26 or 52 weeks, where we're calling the first 3 short term, and the 52 weeks is long term. The percentage there is everything from 1.5 up to 50%. So it's entirely up to you how long you want to lock in the money. So, but you will get it back as weekly payouts. If you want to know more about it and are still interested, then we made a presentation that was the week before, so about a week or 10 days ago. And this is this video that you can then have a look at, see what's to come. And if you are more interested in the platform and how that is set up, how it's developed, how you can get started with this part, then we also have the video tutorial for you here. So that will help you get started on your crypto journey. Solar Farm 2 is another one. It's still a bit of a painful child. So we know that the developers has just had another call yesterday before this video was made out. And there's about 40 minutes long call that was in. You can actually go to the Telegram app, so through the normal links that we have, and you can then hear what is to come exactly. But let's have a look at the TVL. Continues to drop now that the limitations are on how much you can take out at a time. It has only dropped 30%, which is obviously still way too much. Panels owned, we have still made 72%, but the panel value continues to drop and has dropped by 23% this week, which is obviously not very good. And the same with the exchange rate. 125% is definitely not something to write home about either. So part of what I just mentioned here before, what has been on the Telegram group, the 40-minute long conversation with developers, where they are introducing the SolarPlay token, the whitelist pre-sale, and especially the people that haven't gotten their money back within the version 1 and version 2 solar farm, has a link that they can go to. The link will not be in our YouTube description here below. It will be on our homepage, so you can go there. And what exactly that means is there's a little button here. You go into that section. That will now take you on to the Medium, so for the solar farm, and you can read more about it. In there, there's also the link you can find to make sure that you can get your money back, or at least also get a head start on the new things that they are preparing. Quick look at the BNB versus USD, and this has been quite a good development all week through. So we saw it at $270. Since then it has been moving up towards the $300 mark. So excellent development in the last week. So not exactly the same graph as we saw on the Bitcoin. Solar Farm 1, well, that has had a very positive development, and it was actually a bit higher, but in the last day before we're shooting this video, we dropped a few percentage off. But the TVL has had a good positive, or let's say steady development, so 3% in this week. Panels owned is up by 172%, and both panel value and daily rewards has also developed nicely with a 10%, so everything in green. Solar versus BNB, so the solar coin here has also been very stable, so it hasn't followed any of the other graphs that we have shown you here. It has simply bobbed around sideways, and basically I guess we're waiting for the developers, what is going to happen next. AI marketing, not much to talk about. So for the month of September, well, we have no profits to show you because the platform is not being updated. They're still waiting for the aggregators to come back and tell us exactly what we have made. Unfortunately, that's still not available. And at the same time, the meeting that was supposed to take place on the 4th of October, well, once again, it was delayed, and the next one is now 18th. So obviously we don't trust these dates too much anymore. What we do trust is our profit retriever robots. As you might have seen now in many of the videos we do, we are really loving this one here. At the moment, we have 18 robots running on different currency pairs, everything from gold, silver, so metal and indexes, into different types of currency pairs. And we encourage everybody to do the same, of course, but set it up in a portfolio. And we did that this particular week, and we found out that all these different EAs over the time period of approximately 200 days, 201 days, as you can see here, we had monthly gains on average at 14.5%. And overall, these robots has made $92,000 in that particular time. So now every single robot is set up on an account with $10,000 or 10,000 euros and basically being traded. These are exactly the same signals that goes to Expert Forex, and they are also the same set files that we're using for our own trading with real live money. There is absolutely no difference. So these are great numbers, and you now have an opportunity to also go in on our website and you can look at the individual currencies, but they are now also here as a part of portfolio, so you can get a better overview of everything and what it actually means that when you are trading so many different accounts and robots, then it's very, very easy to see a good, positive, stable development. You can just see the graph here. It is very, very smooth and just going up, up and up. If we have a look at the profit retriever for week 39, then it's a lot of British pounds that was in there, definitely all because of the news that we got out of the UK, both on the tax parts and so many other things that have happened in the last 2 weeks. It has taken a big toll on the British pound, but the robot was in the right direction and made quite a lot of money. So British pounds USD was up 16.6%. British pounds AUD was up 10.1%. New Zealand USD 7.5%. Euro USD, which is also very good and stable normally. But even there we had some trending, but the robot managed 7%. And then British pounds Japanese 3.1%. So overall, in that particular week, those top 5 made $4,438 or 8.9%. Quite happy with this, of course. And you can find more on all the profit retrievers and the copy link trading on our website. You will see that there's a bit of an overlap because the profit retriever is basically 90-95% of everything that you have in the copy link trading at the moment. We are looking into adding the Make Money EA later on because it's a trending EA. We do believe that this will go quite well with the profit retriever. So when the profit retriever is either in a drawdown or is losing a bit of money over time, then the Make Money robot will be able to make it all up. We also have the end of September results, and that is actually a bit low, even though you saw some good numbers here. The again, British pound is on top, so at 24.6% together with the Australian. And then British pounds USD 18.9%, Aussie USD 10.8%, so it's very good numbers, double digits for the first 3. Bitcoin did also quite well with 9%, and then Euro Japanese 8.8%. So overall 14.4% or $7,201. Now Alex has found out also that everything is coming out of somewhere, and that means that you need the right robot in order to match up with the right market. And that is what this video is all about. So the profit retriever is not a trending EA. It likes a volatile market, but it likes a sideways market. And that's why you need it for this. And there's certain currencies that you should or shouldn't use. Alex is explaining more about it in this particular video. And on top of this, we mentioned the free trading course. He is offering this also through the forum, even for the free forum. So any member can actually go in and join this if you feel like it. So this is a lot about moving averages, how you read the trends over time. Last but not least, we also obviously have a video from him this week. So where he goes in, and the link to success is again the link copy trading accounts here, where all the portfolios that are currently available, where you can copy them in, has made 17% in just 3 days. It is high numbers, and some of the links are obviously also very, very high risk. So do be careful with these and be sensible. We are quite happy with the 10-15% per month. So as long as we can see it's good and stable, and it will continue to grow. And that's what we had for you in this week's news report. As always, we hope you enjoyed the profits, the ups and downs that we can always show you. And I look forward to seeing you hopefully next week again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed our news report. So please don't forget to like and add your comment below, as we would love to get your feedback. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to keep the notification bell turned on. That way, you will never miss any of our future videos. We hope to see you back on this channel very soon.